So I'm going to switch the slide, and I'm going to show you a conversation that happened with one of my son's friends. And he gave me permission to retype this so I could show you. So what happened is one day I was going to pick up a lacrosse carpool, and I get all the boys in the car, and these, I think they were in 6th grade when this happened. And the one boy, Dylan, is very upset. And I said, Dylan, what's wrong? He said, well, nobody on my lacrosse team was talking to me. And I said, you're kidding me. I said, why? What happened? He said, well, I don't really know. But, and you know, he kind of started telling me that he was talking to this girl. We have 2 middle schools in our town, so he was talking to another middle school, a girl in another middle school. So he said, I said, well, if you want to let me look at your text messages, maybe I could try to figure out what happened. So that's what we did. So I'm going to switch the slide. I'm going to read it to you. And I want you to try to figure out why maybe nobody was talking to him on the lacrosse team by reading this text message, and then we're going to talk about it. Okay, so Olivia says, sup, and Dylan says, NMJC. Oh, Jack keeps texting me. Why? He likes me. So annoying. How do you know? Anna told me. Does he know we're going out? Yeah. You like him? No. He thinks he's so great. He thinks he's awesome at lats, but he really stinks. Really? Yeah, he only plays like 10 minutes a game. He's on the 3rd line, and he can't even win a face-off. GTG, mom screaming. And then not much, just chilling. This is, I know, this is old, you guys. You know. So, all right, yes.
It's because you trashing one of the kids on the lacrosse team who might have had a lot of friends on it.
Okay, so he thinks it's because he was trashing one of the kids on the lacrosse team that he, and he had a lot of friends on that.
And somehow it got out, like she showed on her friends and it just...
Oh, and so he thinks maybe somehow it got out. Maybe she showed one of her friends. Okay, maybe. What else? What else do you think could have happened here? Yes?
They could have been in another school, and then could be playing against each other, and their friends could be on another lacrosse.
So they could have been kind of pitting against each other because they're 2 different schools? Okay. What else? Why do you think nobody on the lacrosse team was talking to him? Yes? Oh, maybe somebody's, yeah, right, great answer. Maybe somebody started a rumor, yes?
Maybe someone in that text message is friends with the person who's on there.
Maybe somebody in that text message is friends with that person. That's a great answer. What about, do you think it's possible that she like set him up? Like she was asking him questions and Jack was standing right there? Like, let's see what he says. Do you think that's possible?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. All right, well, I'll tell you what did happen. So she was sending these messages, and a little bit, you know, she ends up sending it to all these people and forwarding the message to all these people. And it got to some people on the lacrosse team. And you're right, they thought that he was, you know, trashing one of their players, one of their teammates. But what I want you to do is I want you to look at this text message. And first of all, I want to ask you a question. Raise your hand if you play a sport. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what sport do you, honey, what sport do you play? Track. Okay, I can't use track as an example, sorry. What do you play?
Football.
Football, okay. So let me ask you, from your team, how many guys are allowed on the field at the same time? 11. Are there more than 11 boys on your team?
Yes.
There are, okay. So there's more than 11 people on his team. How do you know who plays first? You gotta be good, okay. You gotta be a what?
Starter.
A starter, okay. So starters are the people that play first?
Yeah.
And those are the better people?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So if you're on the 3rd line, okay, but that's just a fact, right? You're either a starter, a second, what do they call it, string?
Second string.
Okay, so you're either a starter, a second string, or 3rd string. So that's not being mean, that's the truth, right? So look what happened. He's on the 3rd line, this boy, Jack. And you know what? My son Sam was on that team, so I have seen him play. He is on the 3rd line, that's a fact. And he can't win a face-off. And if you can't win a face-off, they're usually not going to put you in when you're losing, because that's pretty important. So it's a fact. So you know what? He wasn't necessarily trashing the guy, but it sounded like it and it felt like it, right? So, sort of, right, sort of. My point of showing you this is, when you write stuff, things can get misinterpreted. Things can feel a different way than maybe they really are. Okay, you can turn it off. Thank you.